Thanks for staying tuned to your station, the Africa Independent Television, and welcome to your program, Security Watch Africa. Like you can see, we are not in the studio for this episode. We are in a location in a wonderful state, a state known for peace and tourism. But for sometimes, precisely 24 years ago till now, this state has been in so much troubles with ethnic fightings over lands and crops and farming. And here we're in one of the communities that was recently attacked by another ethnic group. Precisely, I will tell you that we are in Werenkam in Rion local government area of Plateau State. So welcome to your program. Today we'll be bringing you an exclusive visit to Plateau State in search of peace for the good people of Plateau State, particularly the people living in these communities that are so traumatized. So we'll be bringing you more details about the effort that is being made by the General Officer Commanding and the Commander Operations Safe Haven, General Officer Commanding 3rd Division, and the Commander of Operation Safe Haven in person of Major General Folusho Ilola. He's been working following the directive of his Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Olufemi Oluyede, who has asked him to ensure that there is peace on the plateau. He's been having so many stakeholders engagement, and we witnessed one of them. But we'll bring you the details of that stakeholders engagement after this report from the Nigeria Air Force that is celebrating 61 years anniversary. During the week, they held a press briefing to intimate the public of what programs they have for the 61 years anniversary celebration. Sit back as Elizabeth Tanko brings you the report.
Since its establishment in 1964, the Nigerian Air Force (NAF) has continued to provide air power cover in securing the Nigerian's territorial integrity, which is in fulfillment of its mandate. This year, 2025, makes it 61 years of the NAF establishment. And to celebrate this landmark anniversary, a lineup of activities has been planned. The Chairman, Organizing Committee, Air Commodore Sylvester Iyoma, unfolds the planned program at the NAF headquarters in Abuja.
Several activities have been lined up for the celebration, some of which are already ongoing. The celebration started with the Chief of the Air Staff's literary competition, which was open from 10th February to 25th April 2025. On Saturday, 17th May, we have medical outreaches that will be held across our 6 field commands, while there will be a research and development competition and exhibition on same day, Saturday. On Sunday, 18th May 2025, interdenominational services, church services, will be held across Nigerian Air Force units, while an international colloquium on development of space technology in the Nigerian Air Force will be held on Monday, 19th May 2025. Nigerian Air Force 61st anniversary will be rounded up with a Nigerian Air Force anniversary seminar and a Nigerian Air Force reunion dinner, both of which we will hold on Tuesday, 20th May 2025.
Air Commodore Iyoma reiterated the importance of the 61st anniversary theme, which is
strengthening collaborations in advanced aerospace technologies for enhanced national and regional security.
Speaking further at the briefing, the Chairman Organizing Committee disclosed that the celebration will feature the 4th African Air Forces Forum, scheduled to hold from May 22nd and 23rd in Lagos.
After the one-week activities that will end on 20th May 2025, the anniversary celebration will then transit to the 4th African Air Forces Forum, which will be held at the Eco Hotels and Suites, Victoria Island, Lagos, on 22nd and 23rd May 2025.
Air Commodore Iyoma urged residents in Abuja and Lagos not to be alarmed by the increased presence and movement of NAF aircraft and personnel during the course of the anniversary events. Elizabeth Thanko, reporting for Security Watch Africa, Abuja.
Thanks for staying tuned. Welcome back. Yes, you can see the Nigerian Air Force under the leadership of Air Marshal Hassan Abubakar is steering the Air Force towards the success and contributing to taking off criminals from our society, from Nigeria, by providing the air cover and carrying out operation in sometimes on the land. Yes, we are still here in Werenkam in Rion local government area of Plateau State. Like you can see, some of the buildings that have been destroyed by these the criminals from one of the ethnic groups who came and sacked the community of their livelihood. People were killed, and today the people are here in this once peaceful community looking hopeless because some other Nigerians have decided to wreak havoc. Wherever those people are coming from, we expect that government will support the security agencies to root them out of our land because they don't mean well. Killing innocent citizens is not one of the best ways to live in peace with your community, with your other fellow citizens. So I believe that the government will provide the needed support that the security agencies need and provide succor to these innocent Nigerians that have really gone through trauma. Yes, so we are going to the Nigeria Historic Society. The Historic Society of Nigeria did a book launch. That book, I must tell you, is a book loaded with information. Security Watch Africa, Lucy Taiwo was at the book launch, and she brings you this report.
Those who cannot remember the past are condemned to repeat it. To record the past event for the present and future generations, the Historical Society of Nigeria (HSN) gathered to celebrate her 70th anniversary in Abuja. As part of the activities for her 70th anniversary, the HSN launched a book titled The Military Factor in Nigerian Contemporary History. The former Nigerian head of state, General Yakubu Gowon, who was the chairman at the book launch, appreciated the Historical Society of Nigeria for the gesture.
For this book we are launching today, contribute to a necessary conversation about the role of the military in shaping modern Nigeria. It challenges us to think critically about how much of Nigeria's current state is a product of military intervention and what lessons we can draw for future democratic consolidation. So let me applaud the Historical Society of Nigeria for midwifing this very important publication.
The elder statesman recounted the events of the past, which he said will help to build the future.
The years that followed tested our resolve as a nation. As someone who served as Nigeria's leader for 9 years, the longest period any military leader has held that position, I have witnessed firsthand how the armed forces transformed from a purely security institution to a major political actor in our national development.
A former Chief of Army Staff and Chairman, National Coordinating Council, Historical Society of Nigeria (HSN), Lieutenant General Tuku Yusuf Buratai, explained how to ensure the anniversary is not just a passing reflection.
This anniversary is not a passive reflection, but a call to action. In this regard, I call on the government at all levels, the private sector and civil society to unite and fund historical research, protect artifacts, and integrate history more tightly into our education system.
General Buratai, who is a member of the HSN, outlined how history can be preserved.
Let us also remember that preserving history is not just about monuments and manuscripts. It is about honoring the living cultures, oral traditions, and indigenous knowledge systems that define us. It is our collective responsibility to ensure that these invaluable aspects of our history are preserved for future generations.
Earlier, the acting president of HSN, Professor Zara Kwahe, said the Platinum celebration offers an opportunity to reflect on the society's achievements.
The book launch is one of the series of programs lined up for the Platinum celebration. The theme of the 70th anniversary celebration is 70 years of resilience, honoring Nigeria's past, envisioning its future. The celebration presents an opportunity to reflect on the society's achievements, honor the contributions of pioneering historians and scholars who laid the foundation for the society, and inspire generations to carry forward the torch of historical inquiry and preservation.
High point of the event was the unveiling of the book, while goodwill messages were delivered by representatives of retired and serving service chiefs. Lucy Tawu reporting for Security Watch Africa.
Welcome back. Yes, like I told you at the beginning, the efforts be carried out by the General Officer commanding 3rd Division of Nigerian Army, and he's also the commander, Operation Safe Haven here on the plateau. Efforts is being made to ensure that peace reign here on the plateau, following the directive from the Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Olufemi Oluyede, to ensure that the people live in peace. Like you can see behind me are the people living here in Warren Camp, here in Rion local government. They expect government to assist them. On our way to this place, I tell you, there's no physical government presence at all. The road is not motorable and it's in terrible. The road to getting here is in terrible situation. I will be giving you more details of what the security forces, particularly by the Nigerian military, takes to be able to rescue and respond to these people when the enemies came. But sit back as we bring you the stakeholders engagement that covered the Jos South local government and Rion local government as covered, and reports by Elizabeth Tanko.
At the wake of the visit of the Nigerian Chief of Army Staff to the headquarters of Operation Safe Haven in Jos, Plateau State, in the first week of April 2025, the commander, Operation Safe Haven, and General Officer Commanding 3rd Division of the Nigerian Army, Major General Folusho Oyinlola, rejigged his operational tactics with various stakeholders' engagements targeted at finding lasting solutions to lingering ethnic clashes involving indigenous farmers and Fulani herdsmen. This non-kinetic engagement has helped to resolve some impending clashes that would have led to many deaths with loss of cattle and properties. To witness firsthand these engagements, Security Watch Africa's crew was in Jos, Plateau State and observed the 6th in the series of these engagements involving stakeholders from Riom local governments and Jos South local governments. Kickstarting discussions from various stakeholders was a presentation by Major General Oyinlola, who listed out the aims of the stakeholders' engagements.
This engagement is convened to hear from you stakeholders and to listen to your concerns, jointly develop strategies, and reaffirm our shared commitment to peaceful coexistence. Jos South local government area has been remarkably peaceful, only with few security challenges, which have been adequately combated. However, all hands must continue to be on deck to sustain the tempo at which these challenges are being confronted. While we deliberate on the strategies for a peaceful farming season, permit me to reiterate the need to reinforce community-based conflict resolution mechanisms where traditional, religious, and community leaders must be at the forefront of dialogue between aggrieved parties. Also, the herding and farming communities must educate their wards on the need to take conscious steps against farm destruction and attack on cattle, as well as cattle poisoning, which are often the major crisis triggers. Additionally, all stakeholders could jointly develop and enforce a community-driven code of conduct for peaceful coexistence between farmers and herders, especially in Riyadh.
After his presentation, there were speeches by representatives of various different interest groups.
If we are all human beings, we have to judge our conscience. We know in the history of people living on earth, you cannot completely wipe out a community or an ethnic group. Even the Rwanda genocide that we know, they were unable to do that. So why will you kill your fellow human being?
I found it very difficult to, speak, because I so much believe that when you continue doing the same thing, you always have the same result. We must speak the truth, and that is the only thing that will set us free. If we continue lying to ourselves, gathering like this, gathering upon gatherings, we always have the same result because we are not saying the truth. Seriously, I have issue with the fact that people are tagging this as conflict. Conflict is a clash, and clash will have a particular variable you are clashing on.
Zaman lafiya ya ta'allaka ko ya dogara ga yadda mu muke son a zauna lafiya. Na tabbata dukkanmu da muka zo nan, duk wanda ya zo da nufin ya ba da shawara kuma ya yi aiki da abin da ya faɗa, in dai da gaske yake a zuciyarsa, to in Allah yadda waɗannan abubuwa za su tabbata. Babban abin da yake damun mu sai mutum ya zo ya ce kaza da kaza da kaza, amma na baki ne kawai, amma bai kai ga zuciyar shi ba. Wannan ba zai kai mu ga tabbatar da zaman lafiya ba. Kaza da kaza da kaza, yanzu babban abin da yake faruwa kamar yadda shi mai girma GOC ambata, satar dabbobi, kashe dabbobi, tonan kuza, kai hare-hare, a kashe mutane haka kawai ba ji ba gani.
Mun tabbata cewa kowane lokaci idan damuwa ta tashi, mata da yara su aka fi cuta. Da yawa yanzu a cikin local government namu mun riga mun sami widows wanda sun fi karfin a kirga, kuma ta dalilin damuwa da suke tasowa a cikin kasa. Ana samun kidnappers, ana samun kishe-kishe a gurare daban-daban. Yanzu ba dama mutum ya ce zai je gurin noma ko gona shi kadai, ko kun je da yawa din ma ba tabbacin cewa za a sami a dawo gida lafiya. Abinda muke so mu faɗa a nan a madadin mata shine, idan gaskiya ta zo a faɗi gaskiya. Idan an tarar da wani lalura, duk mutane da aka samu su da hannu a ciki, a tabbatar da cewa an hukunta su. Amma in aka kama mutum, za ka ga cewa daga baya an zo an sake ki domin yana da babba a gaba. To kaga wannan mutumin da ya riga ya yi wannan la'ani zai sake komawa ne domin ya san akwai wanda zai fidda shi.
Yaronmu ne aka kashe, aka masa yankan rago. Tare da taimakon Allah da jami'an tsaro muka je muka ɗauki wannan gawar da shanu waɗanda aka ɗayan ma an feɗe an tafi da sauran naman, sai ɗan guntun da ya rage. Ga inda abu ya faru, abun mamaki, abun tsoro. Shi wakili na wanda ina ɗaya daga cikin waɗanda nake buga kirji da shi, wanda wallahi ko da shanu za su yi barna ba a san waye ne ya yi barnan nan, Adamu yakan cire kuɗin aljihunsa wallahi ya ba manomi. Amma abin mamaki sai ya zama na shi ne kuma muna zaman makoki, shi ne kuma wanda yake hannun hukuma. To abin mamaki har yau ba mu ji menene ake tuhumarsa da shi ba. Mai laifi kowaye shi muna goyon baya 100% a je a kai shi hukuma a hukunta shi a kan laifin da ya yi, wanda mu ma za mu san wani da ya yi laifi kaza an hukunta shi. Amma a kama shugaba kamar wannan a wuri kamar wannan, illan da abun zai jawo a wannan wurin wallahi babba ne.
There were remarks from some traditional rulers, district heads, and representative of the Special Advisor of the Plateau State Governor on Security.
I would like to tell my friend the Magbam of Jos South that cattle are very important to a Fulani man. Life is very important to everybody. If cattle have been killed or have been roasted, I have that belief that the security agents are into it, investigating it to know who are those that have killed these cattle. And at the end of it, if we find those that have done that, will be prosecuted and be asked to compensate, to pay for those animals that have been killed. And then they should be patient with those that their animals have been killed. If a bureau man or whoever has been killed, should we also say we need compensation? We will say let the security agent investigate who has done that so that he will be prosecuted. When we talk of compensation for animals, should we also be talking of compensation of those that have been killed, human beings that have been killed?
We can call ourselves together, sit down and discuss our problem and forgive and forget, so that we can go on as people who really love and fear God. Must we always keep the same thing, waiting for the GOC to call us before we come here and start to talk some of the things that we don't even want to hear? Please, let us go back home and initiate something that is going to make it possible for all of both of us to sit down together all the time to discuss those things that are really bothering us. Let us know what we can do and then come back and give a report to the GOC.
The word GOC and peace had the highest number. Everybody is talking about peace. I want to ask you, are you in peace with yourself? All of us that are gathered here. If you come here with a made-up mind that what you are doing is a thing that is right, I am telling you, even God comes down from heaven and stand in front of you that you are wrong, you will not agree. But if you come with a neutral mind, that is telling ourselves the truth that we are talking about. If you come with a neutral mind, hear the other side of the story, you will know where you are wrong.
Commissioner of Police, Plateau State, CP Olugbemiga Adesina, spoke on behalf of other security chiefs in the state.
The solution lies with all of us here. We have to work for peace and ensure that we stop what is going on now. We have to reverse it back, because if you don't do that, it will continue to escalate, and only God knows where it will lead us to. Please, henceforth, all infractions must be reported to the security agencies. If you are aggrieved, don't take laws into your hand. Take your complaint to the security agencies, and they will look into it, and justice will be served.
The governor of Plateau State, Barrister Caleb Mufwang, who was represented by his special advisor on community relations, Right Honorable Michael Dapialong, highlighted on the efforts of the state government in handling the crisis.
I want to call on the stakeholders, the leaders who are here, particularly our community leaders, everybody who has attended this workshop, like the leader in Riom said this earlier. All of us living here, when we go back home, we are going to become teachers. Let us be grassroots teachers in our own way. Educate the people on what we have learned here. Educate the people on what we have been instructed here. The problem is that some of us, by the time we part from here, everybody goes and wrap his papers, whether seminar papers, whether workshop papers, and you dump it. You don't educate your people. They will remain in those rooms until nothing happens. So you have to also extend the knowledge you have to them. Then we know that they will be educated, they will be enlightened, certainly. Let us pray, let us work hard and return the peace to Plateau, so that Plateau will be a nation to be admired.
Summing up the proceedings of the stakeholders' engagement, the Commander Operation Safe Haven and General Officer Commanding 3 Division of the Nigerian Army, Major General Folusho Oyinlola, gave detailed response to all issues raised by aggrieved parties.
There was a comment made by one of us that we have been speaking and speaking and speaking for so many years. I assure you, it is better to speak than for guns to be fired. Ukraine and Russia have been fighting for the past almost 4 years, I think now, yes, or 3 years. Right now, they are supposed to be speaking in Turkey. Whether those talks are going on, I wouldn't know. But the fact is that there is no war that has ever been finished without people speaking. So we must continue to speak with ourselves. The difference is that when we come to speak, are we coming with the belief that we are ready to agree to have peace and move forward, like Major Gongu said, or you just want to just come and listen to the talk shop? If we have been speaking for 24 years and nothing has happened, then that means that we have not been sincere to ourselves as a people. That is just the fact. 20-something years we have been speaking. Someone said that you have been speaking 300 times. So for those 300 times, you couldn't find a solution. The problem is with us. So let us first of all agree that we are all human beings. Human life is sacred, and human lives must not be taken for whatever reason. We all agree with that. Whether it is an indigent, a Fulani man, whoever it is, human life is sacred. So once we come with a common purpose that we are coming to speak and agree to live in peace, we are going to achieve a lot.
The mood after the engagement was that of determination by all parties to work towards lasting peace for social and economic development of the communities. Elizabeth Thango, reporting for Security Watch Africa.
Thanks for staying tuned to your program, Security Watch Africa. Like you can see, we're here on the plateau, particularly in Weren Camp in Rion local government area of Plateau State, bringing you this destruction that took place. This is one of the vehicles that was utility vehicle for the community, but it's been already been burnt by these criminals from one of the ethnic groups here for one grievance or the other. But we hope and believe that the government will support the security forces to ensure that this doesn't continue. This whole community is so porous, apart from the presence of security men, and navigating to this area in the night in case if there are any attack is very, very, very terrible. I'll tell you, a journey that should take less than 20 minutes, we took close to 2 hours just to be here, and indeed it's quite horrifying. But we hope that the government, seeing this, will be able to respond and support the security forces to provide security for the citizens of Nigeria. It's been a pleasure bringing you this program this week. Join us again as we bring you another exciting program next week. Until then, I'll tell you, watch us on all our social media platforms. Send your views and your comments so that we can interact with you. Until next week, I say thanks for staying tuned, and bye for now.